I want to make everybody aware. Hey, first of all, I want to tell you of my plans. I want to tell you a couple of serious things. Now, any true fan of our show is going to want to hear what I have to say right now, Robin, so hold on. I have a couple of things to tell you about where we're at in terms of the FCC and what's the latest controversy going on in my career and why my career is winding down.
I wondered what you were going to say about this. I was reading about you over the weekend.
All right, let me explain to our audience exactly what's going on, and it's a fairly involved explanation, but I think you should be aware of it as a fan of the show. And I'll try to make it as entertaining as possible. I'll try not to get bogged down in all the legal mumbo-jumbo, because quite frankly, I am a trained attorney, but I will not bore you with it.
A jailhouse attorney.
Yes, I'm a jailhouse attorney. I learned all of my legal... I had all of my legal training in jail. I'm self-taught. I studied... I like all those guys who go to jail and they teach themselves to be lawyers. So how hard could it be to be a lawyer?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, a little late. Yeah, try training yourself to be a lawyer before you end up in jail. Okay. First of all, in light of my political comments and some of the things I've said on the air, if I was the governor of New York kind of comments or president of the United States comments, I have been approached in a very serious way to run for governor of New York State.
In a very serious way?
By the Libertarian Party.
Oh.
Now, the reason I mention this to you and why I'm probably going to do it is because in order to make a serious run at the governorship, I cannot rely on write-in votes, you know, where you go in and it says somewhere. You have to be on the ballot.
They need a lever with your name on it.
The only way to really win or to get a serious amount of votes is to actually have your name on the ballot. I don't have time, though, to sit there and go through the primaries, the Democrat and Republican primaries.
Or to get the petitions and all that stuff.
And I don't have the insider sort of, you got to know all the guys.
You're not in a machine.
Right. Thank you, Robin.
I know the political talk.
Yeah. I'm an outsider, okay? Robin, I'm in the middle of declaring my candidacy. How dare you? How dare you point out my inadequacies? Then, yes, Jackie, you can be Secretary of Pot, and Fred, you'll be Ambassador to Outer Space and whatever, okay? All right. And Billy, there's no role for you because you're part-time.
We're
okay,
opening up a lot of intergalactic trade, so Fred will be instrumental.
Right. Anyway.
In your cabinet.
The reason that I am entertaining this from the Libertarian Party is because my name...
When did they approach you?
Well, I'm going to tell you the whole story.
All right.
I'm going to tell you everything because you have a right to know. You work with me every day, and there'll be a place for you in my cabinet.
Mm.
Literally in a cabinet. I'm going to stuff you in a cabinet if you get out of line because I'll be the governor of New York. Now, here's my point. I believe that we have been successful in getting Christy Todd Whitman her governorship in New Jersey. I believe we helped Senator Alphonse D'Amato get into office.
Yes, definitely.
I even believe we helped President Bill Clinton get to where he is, even though he hasn't acknowledged this.
He hasn't responded in kind.
And I made a couple of statements on the air that if I was governor of New York, I would do 2 or 3 things, and then I would resign. I would name a candidate instead who I felt was particularly adept at being governor. I don't believe...
What you would do is have a lieutenant governor...
Who would then take over.
Who would be very much capable of doing the job.
Because I'm in the middle of movie deals and things like that. I can't be bothered.
Very busy. Are you going to still do the morning show is what my question was if you were governor.
Yeah. Now, I got to check into the rules about running for governor and still be doing your morning show.
Right, because there's that fairness doctrine to be worried about.
But I think that's gone. So I think I can run for governor and also be on the radio at the same time. And I was thinking about it. The most attractive thing about being the governor is you don't have to get up at 4 in the morning. So maybe I'll take a few weeks off. So anyway.
Isn't that what most people do after the campaign? They take a vacation.
Yeah, I'm just going to go on vacation, then I'll resign. Now, here's the thing. The reason I'm running for governor is, number one, to get rid of the FCC issue. And I think that with that kind of clout, I'll be able to somehow talk to the president now and get that all resolved.
Yeah, he'll have to deal with you as the leader of the state.
Number two, the reason for being on the Libertarian Party, I will then be a name on the ballot. It'll be easy for people to vote for me. And I do believe, at the least, I will receive 15% of the vote. At the least.
Okay, at the very least.
Because now we're on in Buffalo, Albany. We're on all throughout New York State. We're picked up in Rochester.
Oh, we are?
We're on in Rochester, Syracuse, because I think we're picked up in Syracuse through our Buffalo station. We're pretty well blanketing most of New York State. And I believe the goofy vote, as I call it, the crank vote, could
put people over the top.
Could be as high as 15 to 20%.
We're talking about the goofy factor.
In a three-way race, you know my campaign slogan. There it is. That is my campaign slogan. Plus, it'll enable me to finally visit my Albany listeners. I'll be able to live up there.
You'll have to go around the state.
Yeah, my mansion, the governor's mansion. I'll be among them, right?
Well, you have an office down in the Wall Street area, too. Did you know that?
Yeah, I'll have that. I'll have all the accoutrements.
You have other radio shows as well.
Yeah. I'll have many duties, Robin, that will take me away from the show, but that's okay. I think being governor will add some excitement. Anyway, I was contacted by the Libertarian Party.
Wait a minute. Now, you just said I would at least get 15% of the vote. What would 15% do for you?
Well, first of all, it will throw the whole damn election into disarray.
Uh-huh.
I might even win.
Or you might unseat Governor Mario Cuomo.
Right.
In favor of a Republican candidate.
With all my power, I still won't have Shoshana. That's the sucky plug. Well, maybe I'll get her after the election. That'll be my prize. Maybe my wife will let me have sex with somebody now that I'm governor. Anyway, I received a letter from someone claiming to be a member of the Libertarian organization.
So you're not even sure of this?
Oh, I'm sure of it. It seems legitimate. Dear Mr. Stern, a few days ago I heard you express your interest in being governor of New York. How interested are you? And how interested are you in being the nominee of the Libertarian Party? You said you wanted to run alone, but candidates for governor and lieutenant governor, at least, must appear on the ballot together. Please think this over. I want to know. And I'm not going to give the gentleman's name who contacted me, but I'm actually thinking of doing it. I'm looking into it. Now, what are the rules?
A serious meeting.
I'm going to take a serious meeting on this because it's about time I ran for governor. Now, let me tell you what I'm going to do as governor. It's going to be simple. Number one, as soon as I get into office, you're going to see instant legislation for the death penalty.
Okay.
I'm going to take care of that issue.
You're going to sign that when it comes.
I will sign it. Governor Stern.
There's no trouble passing it.
Now, people think I'm kidding. I am running for governor. I will pass the death penalty bill through. Whatever I got to do, I got to sign something.
Sign it,
all I have to do is sign
Cuomo
it.
keeps vetoing
Yeah, I will sign it. That's number one.
So Giuliani should be on your team.
Yes, he will. Number two, my platform is simple. I am going to look into the situation in terms of changing around when construction is done on all of the major roads in New York State. In other words, it will be done overnight. At 1 o'clock in the morning. There will be no more of this nonsense of you being tied up in traffic. I'm going to go to the base issues, things that affect your life on a daily basis. When road construction is done, and tolls, I will look into tolls. Unnecessary tolls will be limited, and tolls will be staggered.
Will you look into the gypsies for me?
Well, yes, I would. There is a gypsy problem in New York State, particularly in New York City, and I will look into it.
Thank you.
I will probably deport most of the gypsies. No, in all seriousness, tolls, death penalty, FCC. That's it. And after my work is done, which will take me a matter of days, because I'm a fast worker, my running mate will be someone very responsible, somebody who is part of
You haven't chosen that person.
No, I haven't, Robin. I mean a real good governor, someone to sit there who I will resign and he will take over my duties. And that will be the campaign, and I guarantee you I might win. I guarantee you I will at least get 20% of the vote, and I will win, most likely. Because it'll be simple. People will respond. People on Long Island will vote for me because of the Jones Beach toll. That will be staggered. You won't pay that toll until you leave the beach. Now, people are going to say, Howard, what kind of case are you making for the people? We are losing jobs in New York State. I'll get you a guy who can address all that crap. I'm talking
that's
about
over your head.
Yeah, I can't even solve that. There's major banking leaving Suffolk County. There's all kinds
we're losing business.
Losing business left and right. Now, I can't solve that.
Our tax base is the taxes are too high.
I don't have a clue.
Our tax base is going down.
Can't answer that question. I got a guy, though, who will do it. I will research and find us the best candidate for governor.
We got a situation where New York City is ostracized from the rest of the state.
Like an ostrich. We are in size of an ostrich. So all of these issues will be addressed by someone a lot brighter than me. Either it'll be Dan Foreman or Dan Flores. One of these two guys will become your governor.
One of the Dans.
Yeah. And another law I will put in, if elected, married men will be allowed to date strippers. There'll be a clause.
Only strippers.
Yeah. And if your wife catches you, you don't have to pay any alimony.
There you go. That's not grounds for divorce.
Nope, that is not grounds, because any guy who is lucky enough to get a stripper, for whatever reason, whether he has a radio show or anything else, he will be allowed to date. That will be it. And, if elected, all people who work for a living will work the same amount of days as Billy West, 3 days a week.
Wow.
Everyone will be on the same work schedule. And 2 days you can goof for, 4 days you can goof for. Jackie will be New York's only comedian. No, in all seriousness, what I want to do...
The official state comedian.
What I am really going to do is give you a death penalty, because I'll be straight out about it, and I will take care of the toll situation. In New Jersey, your tolls will be staggered. In other words, okay, I recognize you have to pay tolls to fix roads, but there'll be a full investigation, and I guarantee you there'll be guys taking those tolls. There'll be people on those tolls. There'll be toll takers moving you through the line.
Say?
What?
Where did you just say?
Where? In Jersey, in Long Island.
You're only the governor of New York.
Oh.
I thought I heard you say something about New Jersey.
But you know what? How about all the roads leading from Jersey into New York?
That's Port Authority. You have to negotiate with New Jersey officials.
All right, I'll do it.
It's a joint agency.
So I have some clout there?
Well, yeah, you have people on that board.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. There it is. That's the first time I made that announcement. I'm even going to fix the situation in Jersey. So people in Jersey, call your friends in New York. Tell them to vote for me. And if I have my way, Robin will not be allowed to write any more books. She'll concentrate only on the show.
Oh.
I don't need you sidetracked.
Sequels in mind.
Sequel. Forget it. I will enact legislation. No, but what do you think of that? I'm going to run for governor, and on a very simple platform.
I think fine.
And
as long as you're not goofing around. I don't want any of these goofy governor campaigns.
Not like Joe Walsh
or
doing
the Pat Paulson.
No.
Stupid stuff.
Because let me tell you something. People need simple answers to some of these problems. It's not a complicated situation. There's no reason why a guy on a Sunday can't get to Jones Beach. After he's worked a full week and sat in traffic, he's now sitting for 2 and 3 hours. When he wants
waiting to get to the beach.
Right. Why should he have to do that? I'm saying, okay, you got to pay a toll, fine. Make me pay the toll on the way out and stagger the tolls. That's all.
How do you know people are going to find someplace else to park, and then they'll miss the toll altogether? Then you won't have any money for the beach.
No, there's a way to avoid the Jones Beach toll if you drive a certain way through Long Beach. You can always do that, but people want a direct route. They want to come in and out. Look, you want to avoid the toll, go sit through all that local traffic in Long Beach. I'm addressing toll booths.
All right.
I can't solve every problem. I know this stuff. This is stuff I know. I'm only sticking to stuff I know. Areas I know.
Okay.
And each toll situation will be addressed. Each toll situation will be addressed throughout the state.
You're also the governor of Westchester.
Yes, I do. And in fact, I know Westchester's problems. I know the Sawmill River Parkway. I lived up there in Yonkers for years. I know all the problems.
The potholes on the Bruckner Expressway.
Understood. I understood. I'm going to have construction done. You know that this spring is going to be the worst construction in the history of New York State because the roads are so badly bruised from this winter. They are like moon craters. And I will have that construction done at night because otherwise, if it's done during the day, this will be the worst traffic this summer and spring that we have ever seen, Robin, with all the construction going on. And I will take care of that as your governor. I'll fix the holes. In fact, I'll fill the holes with the homeless, and I'll solve the homeless problem. I'll just let them live in there. And when you ride over them, be careful.
The pothole people.
Yeah. Anyway, if the Libertarian Party wants me, and I'll contact them, I will be their candidate for governor.
Well, I'm very happy to hear you say that.
I'm accepting the nomination, and I'm throwing my hat into the ring. Fred, lend me your hat. Give me that stupid cap you wear. Ugly, stupid cap. All right. January 1st at 12 midnight, I will be the governor of New York State.
Oh. I can see the swearing-in ceremony now.
What should I wear, Robin?
Your fireman outfit.
Yeah, my fireman outfit. How great would that be? I'll take that out of the mothballs. I'll eat like a horse before the swearing in.
Get ready.
Total mockery. But then, don't worry, the person I run will be very
Who will
good.
swear you in?
I don't know. I don't think there'll be a person in the state who will want to swear me in.
There'll be a revolt.
Wolf, I'll do it. Repeat after me.
Jackie the joke statesman.
Thank you, Howard. I, Jackie the joke man, Martling. It's going to be great. So I am ready to run. As long as I can hold my radio job, too. I don't want to give that up.
Well, you have to look into the legality of that. I'm sure that the Libertarian Party is aware.
Yeah, if any of the other candidates want to come on the show, they can come on, too.
You'll debate right here.
Yeah. And now I'm going to tell you the latest outrage by the FCC. They've been up to nonsense again, and I want you all to be aware of it. I had adopted a policy where I didn't announce these things on the air because I felt like maybe they'd go away if I wasn't confrontational. I thought the best policy would be to be quiet, and suddenly they wouldn't get so much attention. But it doesn't seem to be going away. It seems to be the work of one FCC commissioner who's 81 years old, who seems to be hell-bent on getting me off the air, and his ego is tremendously bruised by the fact that I haven't left the radio.
Yes, and I think that what has happened now, Howard, is that you have become such a big star. All that has to happen is that he mention your name.
Yes.
And it becomes big news.
Well, let me tell you something, Robin. One of the greatest senators that ever represented New York, Senator Alphonse D'Amato.
And I would hope that one of the things that you do is erect a monument
to Senator D'Amato? Yes.
To Senator D'Amato.
Yes, there will be a huge statue built, of course, during the night, so that no one can be bothered with traffic.
Yes.
There will be a huge statue erected of Senator Alphonse D'Amato when I am elected governor of New York, because this guy did something for me that he didn't have to do. Even though I helped him with his election and everything, he didn't have to do this. And he did something very beautiful that I want to tell you about. He pulled my pants down. And, no. I cannot begin to tell you what he did because we have a commercial. And then I will take a break, and then I'll come back and tell you what he did. And then we'll get back to the fun and hijinks. But you have to be aware of this as fans of the Howard Stern Show, what's going on politically. Now that I've announced my run at the governor, it's a serious run at the governorship. If you like my platform, let me do 2 or 3 things for you, and then I'll step out of the way. That's my platform. These are things that certainly I'm able to do. They're simplistic.
And one of the things you will be doing as governor is requesting a meeting with the president.
That is correct, Robin. That's my own selfish thing, just to clear up this FCC.
But it's also for the country.
Right.
You see,
First Amendment.
We're talking the First Amendment.
Yeah, normally I wouldn't care about the First Amendment, but it seems I'm in the middle of it. Normally I could care less if anyone has their free speech taken away.
You didn't even know there was a First Amendment.
The first I heard of the First Amendment was a couple of years ago when they first started going after me. And I learned to scream First Amendment. In fact, I think free speech is a bad idea, except in my case. I'm anti-First Amendment, except in my case. So anyway, let me take a break and come back. And now the excitement of me running for governor, now that has been let out, I see the phones are lit up. People excited about my candidacy. People want to work. They want to campaign.
You got to set up a whole organization.
Well, we've done that. We have campaign headquarters in Bayville at Jackie's house. He's got the printing presses.
Ready to go.
Yeah, we finally found a legitimate use for all that stupid equipment he has.
He'll be making the commercials in his garage.
Hi, my name is Jackie Martling. I'd like to say who I'm voting for. As we speak, people are moving out of New York.
Senator John said he wants to be your press agent.
Really? Yeah.
He could be the spokesperson for you.
I'm being serious. No, Dan Flores will be my spokesperson.
Can I speak?
I'm really seriously running for governor of New York. I know that it's going to take people a while to get used to this.
You got 1 vote right here.
Oh, really?
I would definitely vote for you.
Because what I'm going to do, first of all, wait till you see who I announce as lieutenant governor. You're going to like it. I'm going to get a serious politician who might be good, have a fair-minded approach. And then I will take care of those 3 issues. You go to Jones Beach, right?
Yep.
Do you want to pay a toll every time? You don't mind paying it when you come out because it's staggered when you come out.
Right.
When you're going in.
long waiting situation. Then it ties up traffic.
I think.
And why do you want...
that stretch.
Exactly. And why do you want all your traffic tie-ups? So no one seems to be able to... there's plenty of states that do construction overnight. We can do it.
Can't we just pay a tax and not pay tolls at all?
I'm looking into that. It would be a little difficult for me
I
to
don't
do
go
at
to
this
Jones
point.
Beach. I don't want to pay for your good time.
Well, but wait a second. Do you want to sit in traffic when you're going out to Long Island, to the Hamptons or something? Do you want to sit in the Jones Beach
No,
traffic?
that gets on my nerves, too. Get
So
them out
you would
of my
benefit.
way.
You would benefit. No toll. I'm looking into all possibilities.
All right.
One fund where we put all the construction money. The problem is a lot of people who make money and stuff don't declare their taxes, and there's an underground economy.
Sure.
So I have to probably keep the tolls, but I will stagger them. All right? Sorry. I'm being honest with you, up front. I know I could have probably won your vote in 2 seconds if I had said yes.
No, you got my vote anyway, just on the death penalty.
Okay. Death penalty's in. That's done.
Because the first person we're getting rid of is Father Lewis.
That cop who was shot, just shot in New York, that guy who shot those 2 guys, they're dead.
Colin Ferguson?
Well, you know,
Dead.
Howard,
Colin Ferguson, the Long Island Railroad murderer, is dead. Joel Rifkin is dead.
Wait a
He is
minute,
not clogging.
wait a minute.
No.
I have to say to you, Howard, that the law states that if you put a death penalty into effect
No.
right now...
Retroactive death penalty. Dating back 20 years.
There are people already dead. You're going to dig them up and...
Berkowitz, I'm going to electrocute the dead man. Berkowitz is dead man. Now, I realize that it will only be from this place forward. But, look, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen the last of Colin Ferguson types.
Right.
That's true.
If you're not wearing a bulletproof vest on the Long Island Railroad, there's something wrong with you. All right, let me take a break and tell you about our very brave senator and what he did. And I'll give you all of that, because you really need to know what's going on. Thank you.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Janky the Joke Man Mottling this Thursday, March 24th. Big show at the Funny Bone on South Street in Philadelphia. For jokes and to order a CD, call the All Digital 516-922-WINE. Thursday night, March 30th at Chuckles in Mineola on Long Island. Go try and stump Jokey the Jackman. Get your tickets early. Thank you. Okay. Always get the tickets early because then they get sold out all of a sudden and you're stuck outdoors. All right, where are we? Anyway, I've just declared for governor. I know people are going to think it's a joke at first, but even Fafa Fui was saying, how cool would it be, even if I got 5% of the vote, which I think I'll do much, but I think I could win. But like all of a sudden, Dan Rather on the news will have to be, like say, and Governor Cuomo at 16%, his challenger, and Howard Stern with 5% of the vote.
Well, your cabinet was already in here debating whether we should crank up the old electric chair or go to some new form of the death penalty.
Everyone's excited by my candidacy. They see hope. They see things being done. They see, I'm just getting 3 things done. That's all. Look at how many people. Let me ask you something. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Is this Kmart?
Yes.
I just want to talk to Howard.
Yes, I'm asking you in a hypothetical situation, me running, Cuomo running, and some other guy, based on the platform that you've now heard, would you vote for me?
Yes.
You would?
Yes.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
We'll take that as a yes.
Well, can I take that as a yes?
Yes, you can take this.
I can.
also want to know, though, what can you do about the legalizing marijuana situation?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. I could.
Is that going to be a part of your platform?
No, it is not. I'll tell you why, Robin. I've got to stick to 3 issues. Otherwise, I'll never get the hell out of it. I got to be realistic. What I could do is, legalize the death penalty, make tolls and construction on the roads easy, and, of course, in a very selfish way, get the FCC off my ass. I'll get a meeting with Clinton. And that's enough for me to do. Because no one's been able to do it. I can do it.
Yeah,
with a stroke of the
I
pen.
know you can do it.
I won't leave office till I do it.
More friends so I can get them to vote for you.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot of politicians shaking in their pants. I'll be running on the Libertarian Party because at least I'll get on the ballot that way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a number of people may move back to New York.
Well, I'm
Right.
just about, as a marijuana user, I
Like
would
who?
much rather, as an American, have my money go to taxes and help pay for all the problems plaguing this city than to go to support a drug dealer.
Right.
If you can get the person who
Sir, now listen, I don't want to turn this into a political show.
You should run your own campaign.
Yeah, you want to run for governor, that's your business. Let me just stick to my platform, all right?
Okay.
All right.
I wish you luck.
Thank you.
Bye.
Well, my candidacy has obviously stirred some hope. There's a new day out there, Robin.
Do you think, Howard, now you're saying you'd get in there and you'd work on these 3 issues and you'd be out.
Right.
But once you see the power of the position...
I will sign a document saying, don't worry, if people are worried that I'll stay in office, because it's like looking cool and everything,
yeah, like
I will not.
You're really digging all this attention you're getting and the high profile lifestyle, the mansions all over the place.
No, not looking for it. In fact,
the police escort everywhere you go.
The good thing about me is that I have a degree of this already with my celebrity. That I'm not really looking for this. I'm not looking for vacations. I'm not looking for anything. I'm looking to get...
You do love a police escort.
I do. I got a hard-on for police escorts. I really do. I think that's the coolest thing. But I'm sure I'll have enough of them while I'm, solving these problems.
It'll be out of your system.
Right. And people have to call me governor even after I'm out of office.
Yeah. Because one's governor, always governor.
Right. And I got the hair to be governor because I look like a Chief Justice.
You look like an original signer of the Declaration.
Yeah. Can you imagine me? I look like Louis XIV. I'll be a great governor. I even look it. Where is my quill?
That's right. You should sign every bill.
With a quill.
With a quill.
Yeah, I'm even going to dress like John Hancock.
And have one of those wax seals.
Yeah. Have a giant hat, with a big plume.
Yeah, tricolor, that three-corner thing.
Anyway, I did want to mention, look at the phones. People are so excited about my candidacy. Hey, where is Chiasano? Let me ask him the law. Can I run for governor while doing the radio show?
I don't know.
Gary, get me powder for my hair. A white powder.
You're going to be a wig.
Tom, the laws now say I can run for governor, right?
I have 2 years of Latin, so I don't know what the law said, but I can't see why you couldn't.
I thought there was like a whole...
I don't think so.
Not anymore?
No.
So I can run for governor while still being on the air?
I believe so. I want to be your Secretary of Westchester.
No, but seriously, you know the toll situation up there. Tell me what's going on.
He avoids the toll, remember?
No. Oh, that's right, you avoid the toll.
I avoid the toll.
Oh, fine. That's your choice. But how are the roads?
Potholes on the Bruckner.
All right,
very impressed that Robin was aware of the potholes.
So do you realize, when they start repairing those, what the situation is going to be like?
They've already started work on the Bruckner, and it's terrible.
Yeah, well,
that's the way I go home.
Wouldn't you like them to work on it at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Absolutely.
Wouldn't you like a death penalty in New York?
Absolutely.
All right, well, there's your 2 issues. And you'd like the FCC to shut its big mouth, so there you go. There's your 3 issues.
You got my vote.
And I'm certainly old enough to be governor. Evidently. I might not mentally be old enough, but...
How old is Bill Clinton? He's in his middle 40s, right?
Yeah, he's like Jackie's age. I think he's 50.
No.
49.
49, I think.
I thought Jackie was older. I thought Clinton was younger.
Yeah, Jackie's older than the president, actually. Tom, would you mind, when we... No, not at all. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you're excited about my candidacy. Would you actually vote for me?
Sure.
Would you? No, seriously, would you?
I mean, I can't think...
And plus, if I had a good lieutenant governor and I signed a document saying I would step down if I...
I mean, I don't know. I will tell you, if it was you against our sitting governor...
Right, you would. Thank you. You know I'm responsible.
Absolutely.
What about if Cuomo stood up?
Well, I just think New York needs a death penalty. Would you? We haven't had the electric chair here for so long that we're going to need someone to test it to make sure it works right. So would you be that person? I could test the electric chair on?
Only if I get to put my feet in water.
It'll give you a whole new hairstyle. Yeah. All right, there you go. Will you go back to combing your hair decently again?
No, I'm
all right, very good.
He likes it now.
And I'll also, as governor, I will get rid of the grease man for you. I will make him secretary of Waddle Doddle. All right? And then your problem will be over with that. All right, very good. There goes Tom Chiasano.
The official state bird, the grease man.
Yeah, right, grease man?
Yeah, Waddle.
Waddle Doddle, you're the secretary.
Gabble, gabble.
Yep, now there solves another problem. People are excited by this. You should see the phones. Not one is lit up. I can't believe it.
They're dumbstruck.
Well, I would like to. I'll have to meet with this Libertarian Party.
Yes, I would like it to be much more official. You're just responding to a letter. There have been no official discussions with the party.
Well, here is the letter, though, Robin.
I would like to see a press conference.
There it is.
Are you going to meet with him on the air?
What?
Are you going to meet with him on the air?
Yes, I will be holding it on the
Do
air.
you realize that you would be in any debates?
Yes.
Oh, this could be a lot of fun.
And it would be great. They would come to me and ask me complicated questions about budget. I'd say, you know what? I really don't know.
That's not my issue.
It's not my issue. And here's my 3 issues. And here's a very competent guy sitting next to me who's going to take care of all that once I'm stepping down.
You won't have anybody like that guy that Ross Perot.
No.
Scare everybody to death.
No, my lieutenant governor will be a responsible guy who I think you'll like his credentials.
It has to be a he?
Yes.
Oh, you.
No one wants a woman sitting there. No one's going to put up with that
Oh,
garbage.
come on. I figure you get a few extra votes that way.
I can't lose based on some housefrau. Yeah, Tempest. Lieutenant Tempest.
Hey.
Robin's fucking for the job.
Robin is not going to be lieutenant governor. She has serious work to do.
I will be documenting. I am the biographer of the governor.
Right. She will be interviewing me. And believe me, the inaugural ball will be 20 times worse than backstage in Newark, which, by the way, will be a whole nother backstage thing. I'll be selling.
Backstage at the inaugural ball.
1-800-52-STERN. Order now. Hello, you're on the air. Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Yes, thank you.
Howard.
Yes.
What's going on? I'd vote for you, man.
You see, the people would vote.
Of course.
Absolutely, I would.
I'm telling you, I could win this thing. Just based on my 3 issues.
You really think you're going to do it, though?
Yep. I'm going to contact the Libertarians. First of all, the Libertarians have never had a winner. They have a place on the ballot if I'm chosen as their guy.
How much have they ever gotten in terms of votes? More than 1%?
I don't think so. This is going to be big for them.
I often said that should be your next move, Howard, was going to politics.
Well, here it is. It's happening.
You know, I thought he was either be the mayor of New York or the governor.
No, I don't want to be mayor of New York. That's not enough power. I can't get done what I need to get done.
I see what you're saying.
Thank you.
Well, I wish you all the luck, man.
Thank you very much.
I guarantee you, I guess being a member, a resident of Manhattan, I could...
You could vote for me.
Okay, great. Well,
Thank
then
you.
you got my vote.
All right.
All right. Robin, if you
Isn't our audience incredible that the guy lives in Manhattan, he doesn't know he's able to vote for governor of New York?
He votes for governor of New York. Could we talk to the Libertarians today on the air?
What? How am I going to do that? Who do I talk to? I don't even know who they are.
Don't you have a number? Who wrote you?
They're all on Valium, I think.
That woman who called earlier.
Yes.
Head of the party.
Are you excited about my candidacy? Thank you. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Howard Stern Show?
Yes.
Hi, my name's Gerard Sorrentino. I'm calling from Manhasset, Long Island. And I'm 24 years old, and I'm a candidate.
First of all, you're not supposed to give your name on the air, and I don't know that he's really that guy. Yes, what is it? What is it, Fafafoni?
The guy on that line, he was the mayoral candidate for the Libertarians, and he can tell you a little bit about the party.
I don't want to know anything about the
party. He's
also
running for governor, but would running for would step aside in a minute for you, and wants to be your lieutenant governor.
No, he will not be the lieutenant governor. Hello?
Hello, Howard?
No, you are not going to be the lieutenant governor. I'm going to get a guy who's got a real respected sort of name in the political arena.
Okay, well...
Because I'm making a serious bid at this. If I'm doing it, I'm going to win.
Right, I understand that. There's just... I'm sure you would have no problem getting our nomination.
Am I crazy or something? Because I'm really thinking I'm going through with this, Robin.
No, you're not crazy or any more than you were yesterday.
I'm saying I believe I'm doing this because I think I can win.
Sure.
I don't want to be embarrassed.
Why would you be embarrassed? Because you're certainly going to have a better showing than the Libertarians have ever had before.
Now, how do I get in touch with these Libertarians? I've got a letter here from some guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to, I want to accept the nomination already.
Well, you see, the way it's done, Howard, we have our state convention coming up in April, and the membership of the party votes on who the candidate is to give the endorsement at that convention. So your name would have to be proposed.
I don't want to go through all that.
You got to go through
It's not like you're not going to get it. Come on, it's just a formality. But
and who do I contact about this? I'm serious. I want to run.
You can talk I'm one of the 2 vice chairs of the state. I can funnel you through to everyone. I'm at the second highest level of the state myself.
Really? You?
Yes.
What is your name?
Joseph Brennan. I'm also on the national committee of the Libertarian Party. I represent New York and New England to the national committee level.
All right. Well, I'm ready to roll. Let's do it.
So, that's why I just want to, let you know about just what the formalities are. But I'm sure,
And if I am chosen as the party's candidate, I would then be on the ballot.
Yeah. Well, we have to go through a petitioning process with the state board of elections to put your name on the ballot.
See, I don't want to go through that.
You wouldn't have to do that.
The party
personally.
does that.
We would do that.
Oh, so I have nothing to do with that.
Right. We send out people to get the petition signatures, put your name on the ballot. It's another formality with the state. You have to go.
All right. Well, consider me your man.
Okay.
I want to do it.
Now, I was a little disappointed that you said you were against me running for lieutenant governor, because obviously.
No. You want to listen.
Well, that's personal though.
You want to sacrifice a little bit of your pride for the party and maybe get your first candidate to win, to actually win.
Yeah. So
you're not going to win, and I'm not going to win with you. I'm going to get somebody. I'm going to be stepping aside, and suddenly it's going to be you.
Well, I'm already stepping aside.
All right, this is what I want to have happen. Now, listen to me. You want to get things done? You want to win?
Yes.
I want to wake up one day and be on the ballot.
Okay.
That's it. You know what I want to do? That's it. I don't want to do any more than that. I'm too busy.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I'm in office, I'm going to take care of it.
He's not required to come to the convention, is he?
Yeah. I'll come to. Hey,
it's not a requirement.
I'll go.
It would look good, I think, if you would come to the convention. It would be a nice.
All right, but surprise me. In other words, I want to wake up and find out I'm the candidate.
Mm-hmm.
But I am telling you officially over these airwaves, I will run for governor of New York, and I'll win.
Right. Well,
I'll even do a couple of book signings so we can,
Okay.
Like a campaign thing.
No, that's fine. I just want to say that your lieutenant governor candidate also has to be approved by the membership of the party.
Well, don't push me.
No, I'm just saying.
All right, it will be announced. It'll be announced.
Okay.
It'll be a guy who we find is acceptable.
All right. Well, I think you should talk to some of the party members, because it would be good if you had...
Well, tell me how to do it.
If you would be good if you had a libertarian...
Already, it's so much work.
No. We'll take care of it. But I'm saying if you have someone who's been a libertarian for a number of years, who knows our platform and knows the position...
I know your platform. Every laissez-faire. I know all about it.
Yeah, we've had you guys on before.
Yeah, believe me, I'm all for that, okay?
Right.
Don't bog me down.
I'm sure it'll be a walk in the park for you.
I'm serious. I'll do it. I'm ready to run.
Great. I'm glad to hear it. I listen to you every morning. When I heard that, I just was overjoyed.
All right, good, because you know I'll do what I say I'm going to do, and that'll be the end of it.
Yeah, I'm sure. You were asking before how many votes we've gotten before. In New York State, our highest vote total was 108,000 votes.
All right, well, be prepared to win.
Great. Well,
all of a sudden you're going to be in a different arena.
Right. We've won in New Hampshire. We have 4 elected state legislators.
Yeah, big deal. New Hampshire. How about the governorship of New York State?
It'd be wonderful. You'd be our first governor.
That's right. All right, I get to work and somehow write me on official stationery.
Okay, I'll talk to the state chair. We'll put it all together.
Very good.
All right.
I'll consider you my point man. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, very good.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, there you go. He's probably calling me from Roy Rogers.
He's flipping burgers.
Changing the oil.
Changing the oil. It's my job.
No, I think he goes to school at AMCO.
Yeah. Double A, MCO. Well, I'm prepared to take the nomination if handed to me. I will not reject it. I will run, and I will run a serious campaign.
But that's the one thing that's nice about a party. It's not all that petitioning on your own and that whole thing. They just do everything for you. You got it all done.
Yep. Already being governor is easy. I didn't have to do a thing. What do they call it? A party.
But you're serious.
I'm dead serious. I am dead serious. As a matter of fact, I'm tired of kissing everyone's ass. That's why I'm doing this. I'm sitting here begging the federal government to get off. I got to read you. Now I'm going to read you something that's going to blow your mind. Here's what's going on in reality with our politicians. I'm going to read you an article, and I hope you can stay with it. A lot of you have low IQ. I know that.
And short attention span.
And short attention span, so I'll try and read fast. But I want you to hear it because you won't believe it. Washington. FCC commissioner, and I won't give his name because the company is so afraid of this guy because he's 81 years old and God knows he goes off half-cocked half the time. So they say don't use his name because maybe he'll get even more mad.
Right.
You know, we don't know what to do. You got to understand that this company is under siege.
We're catering to a crotchety old man.
Right. One guy. Wasn't elected by anyone. FCC commissioner, 81-year-old man, hinted Thursday that he's prepared to yank station licenses from Infinity Broadcasting, that's the company we work for, if syndicated radio host Howard Stern doesn't tone down his shock jock talk.
Now, this is a man who belongs to a commission. He can't yank anything on his own.
Right. Now, well, wait till you hear what the other commissioners have to say. Now, here's what's going on. 81-year-old man, in a speech before the Federal Communications Bar Association, noted that previous fines against Infinity have seemingly had little impact in curbing Stern's allegedly indecent utterances. Now, again, I tell you that we don't think we're doing anything indecent.
Now, notice they say alleged because there's no proof.
This guy thinks I'm indecent. He's an 81-year-old man. So he just, since you won't listen to me, I'm going to yank your license. Now, we said, wait a second. You can't yank the license. We got to go to court and find out if I'm indecent. And if I am indecent, I'll step down. How's that? I'll tell the company that I shouldn't be on the air. Or I'll change. But right now, we don't think we're doing anything wrong. And I'm fined now. Now I'm fined every day. They get setting up a whole bunch of new fines. And the woman who wrote the letter to the FCC will not give her real name.
Oh, they don't even have to have a name.
No. So we found out that it's being filed by another radio station. But we can't prove it to anyone because, no name. So now my fellow broadcasters are turning me in on a daily basis.
Skunk.
Yeah. Because it's the only way they can compete with me. They want me off the air, so they can't compete with me on a creative level because they all suck.
Yeah, but when I see what everybody else is doing and saying now on the radio... they might as well be called Howard Stern Jr.
Yeah. So this 81-year-old guy now says, how many next times can the public and the FCC tolerate Howard Stern? Common sense alone would dictate that it's obvious the fines have not had a deterrent effect. No, they've had a very deterrent effect. That's why I'm only on in 16 cities. I would have been on in 360, dude. The president of Infinity Broadcasting declined comment, which he was smart to do because you can't win against these guys. In the past, the president of Infinity are respectful of the FCC's position. They believe the Howard Stern Show is in compliance with the FCC indecency rule, which is fine. Why can't we think that? Why do we have to bow to this one guy?
And why can't we go to court and either he'll be right or we'll be right?
How come those guys, those black rap stars, got to go to court right away when they were called indecent? Why can't I get to court? The 81-year-old guy who has become known as Indecency Hawk, he now has a super
he
name.
He has a special outfit and everything.
Yeah, Indecency Hawk. Noted that the FCC has received 2 new indecency complaints against Stern. By the way, those 2 new indecency complaints are signed by a woman with a pseudonym. And if you saw the language in the letter she sent, she's either a Rhodes Scholar, she is so well-versed in what to write, you wouldn't believe it.
And wasn't there some misquotes in the transcript?
Yes, of course, yes. So the 81-year-old guy says if the broadcasts are actionable, which they will be because this guy finds me even if I say, duty.
He just hates the sound of your voice.
Yeah. The 81-year-old guy says he will not shrink from a further judgment that forfeitures, however sizable, are not deterring illegal action. In other words, he'll take away the station's license. Well, how much longer do you think this station's going to keep me on the air?
Right, when he's talking about yanking all the licenses of Infinity
You're talking about $1 billion worth of licenses. Quote, he says, the 81-year-old guy says, as a former newsman and broadcaster, I consider myself a strong advocate of First Amendment rights. Now, where was he a newsman and a broadcaster? I would guess he was a failed newsman and broadcaster.
And he must have been sitting there with Marconi, don't you think?
Yeah. Where was he a newsman? College radio? I believe reporters and broadcasters have, I meet so many guys who tell me they were in radio, and it turns out that they're college radio stations. I believe reporters and broadcasters have a right to be wrong and a right to be insufferable smartasses, but not a right to violate established indecency and obscenity laws. Now, that's in his opinion. We're still waiting to go to court on this. Anyway, they go on to say that the 81-year-old guy has been doing all kinds of turnarounds. First he was against, then he was for, then he was against, then he was for. And they say he even went as far as to try and keep this company from buying other radio stations, which is clearly unconstitutional. I haven't been proven wrong on anything, and now he's making every effort to make sure the station can't buy radio stations. The 81-year-old guy even said he found Stern's broadcast funny, although he added the radio personality did not need the raunchy humor. He decided what I need and what I don't need. But since then, the 81-year-old guy has cozied up to fellow Michigan native and anti-violence, anti-Stern crusader Terry Rakolta. The very young, attractive woman has been, I guess, been working him. And he has started taking a hard line on Stern.
All of a sudden, he's feisty.
Yeah. Well, take a look at Terry Riccolta. You'd be feisty,
he's
too.
81.
Yeah. She's a young...
Shauna Lonstein.
Yeah. That's his good friend. That woman's dealing with a full deck, I'm sure. My kids were watching Married with Children, and I watched the whole thing with them, and I
freaked out.
I freaked out. Jesus, get a grip. And it goes on and on and on. And
Do you have the quote from the other commissioner there?
Yes. Would you like me to share it with you?
Yes, I would.
Basically, the other commissioners have said, I wish this guy would shut up already. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, he can't do anything alone. There's a commission. Everybody has to vote. And I wish he would just keep his mouth shut. Geezer.
I'm trying to find that quote. For some reason now I can't find it. Hold on. Can't find it, but basically the other commissioners were saying, I don't know about this guy, the 81-year-old guy. This is looking nuttier and nuttier, which was kind of nice, but I don't know why the continuing persecution. Anyway, Senator Alphonse D'Amato got up in front of the Senate and made a speech in behalf of this company, Infinity Broadcasting, and the Howard Stern radio show that was really quite touching. He basically said, and it was a long speech, and he didn't have to do this. This guy doesn't have to,
You didn't even know he was going to do this.
I had no idea. He doesn't have to do this, and quite frankly, I was shocked that he did it. Because let's face it, it's not a politically correct thing to do to get up and defend Howard Stern, and you know what? It doesn't necessarily get you any more votes.
But thank God we have some politicians who are not always thinking of the politically correct thing to do.
Well, D'Amato basically said in his speech, without saying the whole thing here, he said, wait a second. There's a company that works out of New York State. That's my state. Infinity Broadcasting, bringing a lot of money into the state. They pay a lot of taxes. He says, A, I don't like them being threatened with having their licenses taken away when they haven't been found guilty of anything. And they are constituents of mine who are willing to work here in New York, pay taxes to New York. Why are they being harassed? Why is the government acting as Big Brother? He says the FCC clearly does not like this program, The Howard Stern Show. The program is not everyone's cup of tea. I've been on it. I like Howard. He's a friend, but I know some people are offended by some of the things he says on it, and that's okay. That's their right. This is the United States of America. And if they don't like it, they can turn it off, turn the dial. They can even boycott it. They can even boycott the sponsors and put it on. That's their right. I'm not here to debate the merits of Howard Stern. If you like him, you like him. If you don't, you don't. But what I do know is the Federal Communications Commission or any citizen in America thinks that what Howard Stern or anyone else says on the air is indecent, then they can file a complaint. There are procedures for adjudicating these complaints. And that is the way it should be. If Howard Stern or Infinity or anyone else breaks the law, then they should be punished. But that's not what happened here. And that's what bothers me a great deal. What happened here was because the FCC did not like this particular show, the commission took revenge on Infinity, the entire corporation, a publicly traded company with thousands of shareholders, by holding up the sale of the Los Angeles station to Infinity. In fact, one commissioner this past year, the 81-year-old guy again, told the New York Times that the Infinity acquisition would be delayed indefinitely because he claimed the the commission disapproved of Mr. Stern. As it turned out, the New York Times never checked with the other two commissioners, who the following week repudiated the story and said that the commissioner, the 81-year-old guy, did not speak for them. So this guy's running around, taking away licenses.
Blabbing all over the place.
Yeah. And this is what's going on in government. This is what these guys are busy fighting about. This is clearly unconstitutional. But the only one who speaks up about it is Senator Al, and I wanted to say thank you publicly to him. Because he certainly didn't have to do this.
Yes, I mean, that's the first time this issue has been taken up on the floor of Congress.
Yep.
That this FCC is running wild.
So there were a couple of articles that, that appeared about this, that Senator D'Amato had said it. I hadn't thanked him yet, and I plan on speaking to him about it because I think it was a great thing to do. And now, today in the paper, on Saturday's paper, in the Daily News, I read the following. FCC eyes sterner sanctions. The bad boy of the radio waves has done it again. New complaints against shock jock Howard Stern have one federal regulator so fed up he wants to consider tougher sanctions if Stern's on-air rantings about bodily functions, sexual and otherwise, violate decency standards.
Guess who it is?
Guess who it is? 81-year-old man. The most outspoken anti-Stern commissioner said he will consider calling a hearing if the material that prompted the complaints violates FCC standards. FCC standards. Now, here's the quote you were looking for. An exasperated commissioner, Andrew Barrett, however, said he and his fellow commissioners would have to approve of the hearing, and that won't happen until they see the specific complaints. This 81-year-old guy may wish that Stern would clean up his act, but Barrett said, I wish the 81-year-old guy would button up his lip.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, what is this? This guy is running around ranting almost like a madman.
Isn't it time for somebody to question, since he is violating, obviously, the standards and practices
of the Constitution.
Of an FCC commissioner, even?
Yeah, when are we going to investigate this guy?
Why wouldn't somebody call into question
his faculties?
That's right.
I don't know the man from a hole in the wall, but he's not making rational statements.
How many times have they told him now to calm down?
Senator D'Amato, his fellow commissioners are telling him that he's out of line with what he's saying. In other words, he's behaving irrationally. As far as I can see, he's behaving irrationally. He's not saying things.
He's making statements without any justification. He's acting like he is the commission.
Right. So then you tell me why this guy is not being investigated himself. At 81, you're too old to drive, let alone determine what we listen to. That's what I want to say. So, they usually take away your license at 81. So, again, I question this guy and what's going on and what is his agenda and what Terry Ricolta has to do with influencing the United States government.
One woman has the right to determine what is listened to and seen in the media.
We should treat him like I treated my grandfather. My grandfather used to get upset with what I said, so we just told him I was off the air. He didn't know the difference. He was in the ozone. Anyway, but the reason I point all this out, and it sounds like we're having fun with it, is this guy is making life a miserable hell. For the company, for me, for free speech. And it continues to go on because, quite frankly, most of my broadcasting brothers have abandoned me. Most of them have actually...
they're against you?
Have formed a union against me. And I'm going to tell you something. There is nothing lower than fellow broadcasters who don't get behind you on something like this, because one day it's going to be them.
Yeah.
And fellow broadcasters, I wouldn't even mind if they don't get behind you, but they work in mysterious ways to file complaints against you. Your own broadcasters.
That's the lowest. Because this is their industry, too.
It can all happen to them, too. They can be framed just like I could.
And those idiots have the nerve to get on the side of a guy who wants to stop people from doing what they do on the radio.
And that's why I have, Robin, that was my decision. I had a very long decision with my advisors.
You didn't call me?
No, I knew you were writing. I had a very long weekend in Kenny Howardport, and
because, during our little discussion, we did have a very heartfelt conversation about this very issue.
And I believe that I am now going to throw my hat into the ring. I am running for governor of New York State. I will be the candidate for the Libertarian Party, which will enable me to be, not that I necessarily care about libertarianism. In fact, I have trouble even saying it. But I will then be a part of a party. I will be on the ballot. And I will run for governor of New York State, and I will resign after...
My favorite thing is that you'll be in the debates.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to the
major
debates.
candidate.
And every question they ask me, I'll say, I don't know. I have 3 issues. I'll repeat my 3 issues, and then I'll say, and I have a guy who will be able to handle all that other garbage, just as well as you guys have done. Ralph will do my makeup for the debates.
And hair.
And hair. My hair and makeup will
What
be done.
will you be wearing? Ralph will have gone out and picked out your outfit.
I'll wear something sporty, but certainly not the suit. Thank you. After elected, I'll retire to Camp Schmengi,
Something
where I will take vacation.
Something gubernatorial.
Something gubernatorial. Just like Goober wore. Governor Goober. Anyway, I do it, even in a joking way. I'm throwing my hat into the ring, but you wait and see what happens with this election, and you see if I don't win. The people are behind me. I feel it. I feel a surge. Unfortunately, the surge is in my pants, as usual. Are you excited by my candidacy?
Hello?
Yes, thank you.
Yo.
Yes.
Yo, who is this? This isn't Howard.
Yes, it's Howard. You're on the air.
You get out.
All right, goodbye.
Hey, yo, wait, I got a question.
And don't yo me. You're not a black guy.
I've got one thing to say. Yes, I would vote for Howard. And
you know, I'm sitting there watching MTV this weekend, and there's a white guy up there. You know, it was the big MTV Best of Spring Break.
Spring Break was going on, yeah.
A lot of girls in bikinis, so I was there right in front of the TV. As your governor, I have to monitor stuff like this. So,
Howard, I have a good idea for you to sell more of your videotapes.
So, yeah.
Hold on for a moment.
Please, just give me a break, will you?
I really have a good idea.
Okay, can you hold on 1 second?
Sure.
Yeah. So, where was I, Robin?
You were talking about monitoring Spring Break, and there was a white guy.
There's a white guy up on stage, and he goes, yo, give it up for... This is a white guy, clearly white. He goes, yo, give it up for my main man, Stephen Baldwin. Stephen Baldwin's in the house.
Public execution.
Yeah, I mean, that guy should be electrocuted.
There's going to be
Public
some
execution for a white
strange
guy.
laws.
Hey, I watched 2 movies this weekend, actually. I should give them both plugs. I saw a really good movie on video. And believe me, I don't get paid for this. So it's an honest opinion. That one that I told you about with
Perfect World.
Kevin Costner and Clint Eastwood is really cool. Perfect World. And the new, just came out on video, the Batman Phantasm, the cartoon.
Mask of the Phantasm. I haven't seen that yet.
Mark Hamill, the guy from Star Wars, does the voice of the Joker.
Yeah.
He's really good.
I'll have to look at that.
Now, I know what you're saying.
Didn't have time this weekend.
What's a 40-year-old gubernatorial candidate doing at home all weekend watching cartoons? But, you know, I know it doesn't look good for my candidacy.
Bill Clinton watched the Ernest movies?
Yeah, so there you go. And plus, that was really good.
Yeah?
I can see why Mark Hamill was sort of proud of it.
Because that's how we met him. He came here to promote it.
Yeah, it's really good. He's good in it. So, I recommend it. Plus, Batman's girlfriend is really cute in this cartoon. Oh, my God. I was excited. She is the sexiest cartoon I ever saw. Blows Roger Rabbit away. Whatever her name was in Roger Rabbit.
Jessica.
That was her.
Oh, it's the same actress?
Yeah, she was cast for that.
I didn't realize.
Oh, same cartoon woman?
Yeah.
Anyway, quickly, because I have to take a break.
Okay, Howard. My idea was you're sending out those posters of yourself, right?
Yeah.
Why don't whoever's processing these posters? Why don't they send them to you, and why don't you sign the posters? People would love it.
I'll tell you what I'll do.
You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what I'll do.
Okay.
I won't tell you what I'll do. First of all, get the poster.
Okay.
Remember, like one guy says to me, "Hey Howard, why do I want a poster of you?" So first of all, you don't even want the poster of me. You want the video. Listen to me.
Okay.
You want the videotape because we got like 40 new minutes of backstage material, and it's fun, and it's a good box, and it's got good. You know, this stuff always goes up in value. At least it ends up doing that usually.
Right. Yeah, I have the Crucible.
All right, but you want the poster for that specific reason. Those are limited edition. Actually, you're going to end up really liking the poster because it's a Leroy Neiman painting and it's really huge. But even if you never open it up, you get it anyway.
Right. Well, let me ask you a question though. Before they send them out, could they send it to you and you sign it? I bet you could sell a lot more. I bet you a lot more.
Well, no. I will hold the signing.
Okay. Oh, to sign. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good. Okay. I just thought you could do it beforehand.
And I'll only sign posters. You see?
That's a good idea.
Of course.
That's good.
That's coming up. Don't tell anyone.
Okay. That's
all right.
Great.
Very good. That's what I'm during my
Howard,
campaign.
I listen to you every day. You're fantastic.
All right. Thanks. Yo. What's up? What's up?
What's up? Yo.
Yo.
1-800-52-STERN, $39.95. Make sure you order early because they are limited edition. And you must be 18 or older because the tape is pretty wild. We had over 9 hours of backstage tape. We took the highlights. It's the best of backstage.
And you got that party.
And the party.
There's nothing like that.
Yeah. Tuchus dance. There's a tushy dance. All over the backstage tape is Elephant Boy with his girlfriend, the stripper.
And not only that, I'm just thinking of, you know, how Gina has called in and told all those stories.
Yeah.
See her in action.
Yeah, actually see her. See her with the guy on rollerblades. See her with that other girl.
Yeah, see her with the girl who was the nurse for the John Wayne Bobbitt, what was that thing?
John Wayne Bobbitt toe board. Gina and her get it on the floor. Oh, man. Wait till you see the back. No wonder the city council wanted this band. We're never allowed back in Newark because of this. Oh, wait till you see it. You guys are going to love it. 1-800-52-STERN. That is good, isn't it?
Oh, you listen to those stories and you can't believe them? You
believe
have to see this.
Yeah, they really go at it. Right on the floor in the middle of everyone dancing.
I was amazed.
It is amazing. Words can't describe what the backstage tape looks like, but it's 1-800-52-STERN, and order now. You must be 18 or older. Brought to you by Infinity Ventures and me. We got to take a break, Rob, and we'll be back right after these words.